welcome back to the podcast you listen to kill time until the one you actually care about comes out. I'm your least favorite CrossFit instructor from San Juan, Puerto Rico, and I'm joined by my two human barbells.
I'm the left barbell.
Apparently I'm the right barbell. Barbell? Alright.
Do you know how barbells work, by the way? Why are you applying directional situation?
We're referring to the weights.
Like, you feel it and you're like, this is the one I'll use on the left.
I think are you confusing them with dumbbells?
No.
No?
Maybe? Possibly.
Yeah. Dumbbells are the little ones. Barbells are the big long bar.
I ain't into fitness, so.
Do you do barbell chest flies?
I don't know
One barbell in each hand?
You just rip. No, you gotta rip it apart, and then.
Oh fuck! This is Smart Boys variety.
I feel like this is really bringing up the fact that I
almost said the name wrong.
Uneducated.
Again. This is Smart Boys variety show. We're here. We're
not very smart.
We're 1/3 queer. I'm Garrett.
I'm Jean-Luc.
It's me, Minecraft 2095. Now it's Ian.
When you sound like you were dying when you said, I'm Jean-Luc.
I thought Ian was about to interrupt me, so I was about to just stop.
You didn't even say anything though. You just like sensed it.
I'm gonna pee, dude.
What does that feel like when he's about to interrupt you in the back of your skull? Like what is this sensation?
It feels like a cat, like just getting ready to pounce.
Your spine prickles.
It's like, ooh, interrupty boy.
Oh god, how are you guys doing?
I'm fucking tired.
I'm tired. We're here.
It's a nice day outside though. It's
a nice day. I don't have to.
Beautiful.
I don't have to roast like a rotisserie chicken in my like a stationary rotisserie chicken. Stop with the where the pole's stuck and it won't turn. I don't have to experience that in my apartment now. It's below 20 and I can have my air conditioner off without the biblical flood happening. Anyways, I assume I'm going first because I did the intro. Is that how that works? 4 episodes in, is that how that works?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, hold on, let me bring up my. Go away.
What are you gonna learn us about today?
Get out of here. So, let's start with the follow-ups. I have. So, when did I talk about the Justice League, the Snyder Cut? Was that a couple episodes ago?
That's episode 2.
That was episode 2. Are you gonna be the one who you're like our encyclopedia for what we talked about?
I'm the reference.
I'm
the podcast librarian.
You're the reference library. Yeah.
He's the referee.
I didn't write down any of the dates on this for the articles, but all of these from Games Radar. They are because I didn't bother to go to any other website. So following that, this is from quoting the article. Following the success of #release the Snyder Cut. Fans have been calling on Warner Brothers to release David Ayer's director's cut of Suicide Squad. Speaking on the Vergecast, however, whatever that is, I assume that's the Verge's podcast. HBO Max boss. That's the strangest sentence to say. HBO Max boss Tony Goncalves rubbish fans' hopes, saying their Justice League plans are not a precedent for other fan campaigns. Look, the Snyder Cut definitely is not a precedent, HBO's Goncalves said. There's different types of fandoms. My reference to the fandoms is the fact that we're in I apparently didn't get a quote from the last article where he was talking about the fandoms, is the fact that we're in a space where consumers are loud. Consumers guide, and we absolutely have to listen as an industry. But that doesn't mean that we will go and invest our dollars in every single fandom that exists. Meanwhile, Ayer also claimed that Jared Leto was mistreated by the film's final edit. Responding to someone on Twitter, the director stated, "No one has seen his performance. It was ripped out of the movie." I actually have another point about this that this is not a follow-up. I'm actually going to follow this in. I titled, there's another article about this. So I titled this, I did this like 11 o'clock, and I titled this, David Ayer, Jared Leto Joker is set to be good for the nth fucking time, as a header on this article. Suicide Squad director.
We promise he's good.
Suicide Squad director David Ayer is once again taken to social media to open up about his DC movie and the alleged cuts made to it. This is like a thing. This is fact that the studio.
I don't know what 5 like backwoods people are still begging for more of Suicide Squad.
I don't either. But this is.
I don't know who Hot Topic looking ass buys a Harley Quinn outfit.
Kingdom Hearts 2 looking ass.
Kingdom Hearts 2 looking ass. Jared Leto fucking. Just I'm the Joker baby looking ass is asking for more Suicide Squad because I think everyone else has kind of come together and really decide that that movie didn't exist and we should forget about it.
I'm not done the article. I was going to say
Continue.
that I'll finish before I say. This time, the filmmaker has revealed why Suicide Squad was supposedly changed and offered some information on the terrifying scenes involving Jared Leto's Joker. This is basically common knowledge. This is public knowledge at this point, but he's confirming it, I guess. This was reshot because the tone was too dark, Ayer said on Twitter. My first act was a normally constructed film. I took my inspiration from Christopher Nolan. There were real scenes with incredible acting between Jared and Harley Quinn's actor Margot Robbie. Joker was terrifying, Harley was complex. Expanding further, he revealed that the change in tone from trailers to the lighter, more joke-filled finished product was a result of both the critical whiplash to Batman v Superman as well as the success of the R-rated Deadpool over at Fox. The first Suicide Squad trailer nailed the tone and intention of the film I made. Methodical, layered, complex, beautiful, and sad. After the BVS reviews shell-shocked the leadership of the time and the success of Deadpool, my soulful drama was beaten into a comedy, Ayer explained. So that was kind of rumored before.
I don't doubt that. That makes sense.
And the first trailer he's referring to is the Bohemian Rhapsody trailer that was released. Yeah. It's based, so it's been confirmed now that the BVS reception was what changed it. I didn't know about them wanting to kind of ape Deadpool, but it makes sense because that's it, like I feel that in Suicide Squad.
Deadpool went super well.
So that's just I don't know. I don't think Jared Leto Joker was ever good. If I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm
gonna agree with that.
I don't think this film was ever good. I think you need to take your fucking hands out of your ass and stop fucking massaging your prostate this much, Ayer. That was a weird way to say he was jerking himself off, but
I don't think an edit is gonna is really gonna change the overall character design, which looks terrible, and lines like, so what are we? Some kind of Suicide Squad?
No, that's the thing. It's just
that's hot.
It's the same way to. It's the same way that, like Batman v Superman. The things that were bad, the only thing that changed in the Ultimate Cut was you added about 40 more minutes of a film I already didn't want to see, but they some of the subplots were given more relevance. Like Lois Lane's little weird super bullet thing where it was eventually revealed that it was like her subplot that had no relevance to the movie is a bit more like makes it just stuff is tied together a bit more, but they're still like Superman's still this like strange grimdark guy who kind of just doesn't seem to give a shit about anyone. And then he goes and cries in the mountain with his ghost dad.
Same.
I think Justice League is the same way. It's like you're still gonna have weird. Unless they fix it, unless they redo the CG on Henry Cavill's face, you're going to have weird Superman with his disgusting upper lip. But also, his performance was hampered by the CGI. You can't change the performance unless they're going to reshoot, which I don't think they are because they're only putting 20 to 40 million into this.
Unless they just put him on a green screen and paste his face over his face.
Funny. They just redo just the face.
Just his lip. They get his lip.
I would love to see Henry Cavill, like the behind. Can I please see the behind the scenes CG mocap, like not the mocap, but the behind the scenes for the part where he has his mustache in the Superman suit, and he has to talk like he doesn't have a mustache. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh. Where he's talking to the kids.
Yeah.
And fucking.
And he just stares at them like he doesn't. Like he woke up from a coma, and you know how there's people that wake up from a coma and they know how to speak like Mandarin? It's like he woke up from a coma and instead of gaining a language, he lost a language. Like he's just staring at them like they have no idea. He has no idea what they're talking about, but he's smiling because he doesn't want to make it awkward.
Yeah, he's nervous laughing. Like he's like in the club. He's in the club, and the girl's like, "Oh my god, you're pretty hot! Like, what's your name? My name's Brittany." And he couldn't hear a word of that. He goes, "Haha, yeah."
Yeah, like he was trying to listen for. He heard Lois screaming in the background while those kids were saying something to him, but then he completely tuned out about what they were saying, and he was like, "Haha, yeah, the S stands for hope."
Superman, help! My cat's stuck in a tree. Yeah, yes, it stands for hope. What? No, I said my cat's stuck in a tree. Yeah, no, you can take a picture. Superman, what are you talking about?
I'd actually love to see Superman saving a cat from a tree in these movies. That would be an improvement. So, another follow-up. We've got a follow-up to the Batwoman, Ruby Rose leaving Batwoman.
Yep.
From a misspell. I misspelled Games Radar on this. Spelled it Gamaes Radar. Gamaes Radar. Following, what did I write these on? I feel like I was intoxicated while I wrote this.
MDMA, I don't fucking know.
I feel like you're reading like a ketchup-stained napkin right now that you just like scribbled on lightly.
This is not a Word document. I just scrawled this on the back of my phone. Like I etched it into my desk. I'm trying to read it. I'm trying to read like knife imprints on my desk.
The next article says, Juicy was here.
Following, and beneath that has like the Superman S carved into it. Following Ruby Rose's exit as Kate Kane, Batwoman will see an all-new character take the mantle as the series' leading superhero. The news was revealed in a now-deleted casting call, which was posted to Reddit and reported on by Decider via The Hollywood Reporter. The new character is referred to as Ryan Wilder, but that could be a placeholder name. Either way, the new Batwoman is apparently nothing like Kate Kane. Likeable, messy, a little goofy, and untamed. After finding sobriety and leaving behind a life of dangerous drug habits and business practices, Wilder lives in her van before coming to know the role of Batwoman. According to the casting description, Wilder would steal milk for an alley cat, but could also kill you with her bare hands. She's also intended... Go, sorry.
They're Jessica Jonesing it?
Not even that.
She has van life. She's from Vancouver.
Strangest fucking... Stop.
Okay, and if they're going to say it's the same show, it's like, first already you have a show in which the whole plot is, I'm not like Batman. I'm cooler. I'm down to earth. I'm from the street.
Now I'm not like Batwoman.
I'm not like somebody... I'm not like that Batwoman. I'm a different Batwoman now. Are they going to write her off? Is she going to die?
That's what I was going to say. So, is she... So usually when you have this, because Ruby Rose is not coming back, I'm curious if depending on the reason, they may be able to get her back to do some scenes to write her out at the beginning. Maybe not even kill her off, but maybe kill her off. Maybe if you could get Ruby Rose back to do one episode in season 1, and then she dies at the end of it in some sort of interesting or cool way, then that'd be unique. I would say that.
Yeah.
That'd be a unique way to do that. But if you're just gonna... I can't even think of an example of this. I know there is one out there where it's like, oh no, they just died off screen.
Or they do the... What hospital show was it where like a character walked out in a helicopter just fell on them?
Fuck, yeah. No, oh god, was that Grey's Anatomy?
I think it might have been. Then there's the classic soap opera of... suddenly they got into an accident and had a facial reconstruction surgery.
No, but this is a new character.
I know. I'm thinking if they didn't want to just... didn't want to kill the character.
Oh, God, no. I don't understand. Just recast her. Just recast Kate Kane. Have her just... Like, who cares, honestly? Is anyone... This is a CW show. Marvel did it for their flagship series. It wasn't the main character, to be fair. But they did it for Iron Man. Just fucking do it. Get someone that looks like her.
Look at Game of Thrones. Did it for like 16 different characters.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. This sounds so generic. Like, I don't mind the idea of a... So it sounds like she's going to be... They say dangerous drug habits and business practices. It sounds like she's going to be a former like business person, which is an interesting backstory for a character. But
what it sounds like to me is that it sounds like somebody's OC. It's just like, yeah, she's cool.
It does, yeah.
She lives in a van like me, and she's on the road. She's a free spirit. But the most important part, like what you have to realize though is like she could like kick anybody's ass. Like she's super trained, even though she's never had training. She's just that natural.
That's the part.
Also, she shops at Hot Topic and listens to MCR, and she's not like the other girls.
That's the part. Is that Kate Kane came from the military, and then after that, I can't remember what happened after that. But this is the comics, by the way. I don't know what happens in the show. But she came back for the military, and then her dad sent her on some like martial arts sabbatical around the world to train with people. But if you live in a van, where are they gonna try to pull a what's that Korean movie, Old Boy, where she just punches the sides of the van and like trains herself.
She's
and then,
fighting homeless guys over a slice of cheese.
Like, I just hate the description. Would steal milk for an alley cat, but could also kill you with her bare hands. That sounds like it's the most generic thing ever. Where it's like, oh, she's a good person, but she's also a badass. And it's like, thanks, I really appreciate that. She's a good person. But also, it's like hard. The producers say producers. I don't know who was on this. I don't know who they were questioning about this. She's also intended to be an out lesbian, which is a strange way to phrase that, because I was under the impression Kate Kane was also an out lesbian. Unless I haven't watched the show. In the comics, she's just an out lesbian.
Yeah, isn't she dating Question?
She's in Question, yes. Maybe not at the beginning of her career, but to be fair, at the beginning of her career, she was in the military in the 90s when Don't Ask, Don't Tell was in effect. And I'm pretty sure Don't Ask, Don't Tell is no longer in effect in the U.S. military. I'm quite sure gay people are just allowed to be in the military and be openly gay.
Yep. Token gay can chime in there.
It's just a strange.
The token.
I have no issue with her being like. It's cool that she's a lesbian. That was a big thing in the comics. Is that Kate Kane?
Yeah, but it's weird as if that they're saying like, oh, this is a feature.
Yeah, she's an out lesbian. It's like you could. I get them saying, don't worry, our character is still going to be a lesbian. This is still going to have LGBT representation in the show, because I'm sure a lot of people that watch it like it for that. But it was a strange phrasing. I don't know why they said that.
Look, the only thing I care if she's out is if her identity gets out. That's the important part.
What were you saying?
It says commodification of LGBTQ. So.
I don't know. Yeah.
A qualification. What?
Commodification. They are a commodity. He's saying they're making her a token.
Yes.
So people can
commercializing on it as well.
So people will watch it. So
we'll see if we'll see how that goes.
What is my final follow-up? Wait, do I not have 3? Oh no, I have 2. Never mind, I can't count. So
look at your desk.
Sorry, I smudged I spilled I don't know what I spilled. I spilled super glue all over my desk.
Oh no, my good thing I wrote these all in red pen. Oh no, I spilled my fruit punch everywhere.
So we have, first of all, this is news to me. There's a D&D movie coming out.
Bitch, what?
As
in Dungeons and Dragons?
Yes, as in Dungeons and Dragons. I didn't read, because I have a follow-up article to the fact that there's a D&D movie out. But announcement to me, to my little cranial space, there's a D&D movie coming out. And it says, worry not, Dungeons & Dragons fans. The upcoming movie might have been pushed back until 2022 because of the ongoing coronavirus pandemic, but work is continuing in the background, according to directors Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis Daly. We had just commenced on our second draft of Dungeons & Dragons, Goldstein told The Hollywood Reporter. Thanks, Comic Book. I assume Comic Book is some sort of reporting news service. When asked what they were doing during the lockdown, we were able to go off and devote our time to that. On the other hand, we were supposed to be flying to the UK to scout in March. Once we got our scout dates, I think the next day they had basically shut down all travel to and from Europe, Daly said. It's obviously put everything in that sense on hold. That said, the studio and E1 and everyone over there remain cautiously optimistic about getting the ball rolling again as soon as possible, obviously in the safest possible way. We have turned in our second draft of the movie and are doing prep with storyboarding and visualizing sequences. That's stuff we can do from home as well. So don't worry. The D&D movie is on track. They just have to actually do the scouting. The pre-production it's on track. If you were
who's in it? Like I've heard nothing about this.
I'll bring.
So I was looking at. So this apparently has been in production since 2015.
Yeah, that's not surprising. Dungeons.
I just feel like movies. I don't know. Are the movies take that fucking long to make? 5 years? 6 years?
No, it's because they were probably trying to get the. It was something about rights and whatnot, probably. Dungeons and Dragons film series. Excuse me?
Oh, yeah, I thought there was the 2000 films.
Is it a sequel to the one in the fucking 80s? That was shit.
Apparently.
There's a movie in the 2000, like year 2000 or something.
It doesn't look like we have any. There's nothing on IMDb about this yet.
there's rumors that Ansel Igor, is that how you pronounce it? Elgort is Ansel Elgort.
I can see him as a like a knave character. He has the face for it, like a sort of innocent, charming knave who goes on an adventure. He's got the right look. I could see it. I'd watch that. I like Ansel. I'd suss a bit of an Ansel film.
Suss it. Talks in accordance to dndtube.com.
Can we have a D&D movie with Ansel Elgort, just made by Edgar Wright? Oh god. Anyways, so is it my final one? Yes, it's my final one. So I don't know if Jean-Luc will be interested in this, but it's about The Sims, or who makes it? Maxis.
The company? Maxis Entertainment alongside it's not Ubisoft.
EA, right?
EA, yeah.
So, this is from TheVerge.com. I actually have to read the whole article because it wouldn't let me copy and I had to link the article in my Word document because it wouldn't let me copy. The Verge just doesn't let you copy and paste things.
Oh, I think you have one of the... This might be the same article I have. Okay.
Uh-oh. Is this about the...
Just go with it.
Okay.
We've got a double trouble going on here?
Sim Refinery, an all-but-forgotten oil refinery simulator from the studio behind Sim City, has been... How much stuff do you have to talk about?
No. I just have that article. I just wanted to... Yeah,
but do you want to talk about it? I can let you talk about it.
Take the reins. Take the reins.
An all-but-forgotten oil refinery simulator from the studio behind Sim City, and this is original Sim City from the 90s.
Yeah,
has been. I mean, the studio. It's the same studio. I'm pretty sure for the whole time. But
yes,
has been rediscovered and uploaded to the web as a playable game. Ars Technica reports the existence of the game came to light last month after it appeared in a wide-ranging report about Maxis's little-known business simulations division. Now, however, an anonymous user has uploaded the game to the Internet Archive, where it's actually playable in a browser thanks to a built-in DOSBox emulator. The game's discovery came about after Ars covered a lengthy report about Maxis business simulations, SimCity Studios' attempt at making business-focused simulators. Soon, one anonymous Ars commentator reported that they actually had a copy of Sim Refinery, obtained via a chimerical engineering friend of theirs. Now they've uploaded the game to the Internet Archive, so it's free for everyone to explore. Sim Refinery is clearly unfinished, and I was quickly faced with numerous graphical glitches when I tried to play it for myself. Instructions or documentation of any kind... Oh my god. Of any kind are also pretty limited, making it hard to get a handle on what's going on. This copy of Sim Refinery the copy of Sim Refinery was found on an old 3.5-inch disc with a simple white sticker printed with the game's name and the logo of Maxis, SimCity's developer. Reportedly, the game was never meant to teach people how to run an oil refinery. Instead, Chevron, the engineering... What is wrong with me? I can't talk today. Chevron, the energy corporation who commissioned Maxis to make the prototype, wanted a game that could show off how an oil refinery works.
They wanted a game to brainwash little kids' minds to say that oil is cool, and then they wouldn't grow into environmentalists.
It's big oil.
It was at the peak of the oil wars, so...
Yes.
Although the game is pretty difficult to play in its current state, it's a satisfying conclusion to a great story. You can find more screenshots from the game over at Ars Technica, or try playing the game for yourself on the Internet Archive. So, I don't know if... I'm sure Jean-Luc knows this. I don't know if you know this, Ian, that the Sim franchise was originally... Because SimCity was the first, big game that came out of them. It wasn't The Sims first, it was SimCity.
Sims, came out after SimCity.
I know.
So, no, but... Maxis actually originally started not Maxis. The person that made SimCity originally started it as a sort of his
simulator.
Thing,
but
no. But his thing was it was spreadsheets and whatnot. He was really into the math side of it. So he originally just started as a fun math not exercise, but game because he really liked statistics and whatnot. And then eventually everyone was like, "Hey, this turned into a game." And lo and behold. So yeah, them having the business simulations division is not surprising to me.
Mm-hmm. Well, also because they would need to get real life information to be able to program the game to make it more accurate. I like that.
Well,
they found it on a floppy disk, and it's oh, we're bringing it back. Meanwhile, we can't, for some reason we can't bring back the Scott Pilgrim game, or 343 just loses the code to Halo 1. It's just
To be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if
somebody
the Scott
found a
Pilgrim
floppy
game,
disk.
don't quote me on this, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Scott Pilgrim game developer got shut down and it's sort of in limbo in terms of the rights.
Well, technically, Ubisoft may or may not own the rights to it now, and they keep making winky faces at the writer of the books who keeps saying, "Damn, I wish that game was back." And Ubisoft just makes tweets where they just put winky faces at him, and then they've been doing that for 5 years now. So it's
Okay.
it's not gonna happen.
I was gonna comment before a couple things. First of all, the business development games. They do have other games that are also in part, I believe, from Maxis. I think Sim Mall was one of them at some point. I remember playing that in the early 2000s, so I think that was them.
Yeah.
And they just do other business-based games. And the second thing, I want to talk about programming in general. Just a comment. I was reading this lovely article about the original Pokemon Silver and Gold games and how they programmed and did engineering for those game cartridges and stuff. And the world now just fucking throws code at a problem rather than trying to make things work in a very small and consistent way. So anyway, that's why we have a lot of bullshit going on in the world in terms of coding.
I also, if I recall, the original Sim City was quite. It was a lot more like a spreadsheet, and it had a lot of shit that you had to wade through. It was not casual gamer friendly. Like a gamer wouldn't just boot up the original Sim City and know what to do. It was quite.
No, you had to. You learned it.
There was no quite
tutorials,
stats
really.
and math heavy, if I recall.
Yeah. So me playing it as a kid, I was always trying to figure out how to because you got your starting money, but then you had to figure out okay, you gotta get people in, but then you got to zone shit, and then you got industry, and then you have to utilities, and then a lot of shit for a 5-year-old was. It
wasn't as fantastical and easy to boot up. I think it was actually quite you went to the nitty gritty a lot in terms of the different tabs you had. Yeah, that's
See, I just killed people in Roller Coaster Tycoon and then wondered why my park was failing.
Well,
I wasn't a smart kid.
Anyways,
I want to speak about.
I was gonna say that's me.
Game.
So
great. Well, we're still talking about video games here. Moving on to our next topic, but this is from The Verge as well because.
Wow. Great. That was a great slide in. I'm really glad I used that as my last point. Great slide in. A video game article on The Verge, and then we're sliding right into your little
to my little
Let's not worry
big
about
article.
Your little podcast hole.
Your little Verge
slide
hole.
into your podcast hole.
Alright, coming out of this podcast hole, Neopets is launching an open beta for a new mobile site. Yes.
What?
Yep. Open beta is here. So the beloved online Neopets game is launching open beta for a new mobile site. The company announced on Twitter Friday, as of this most recent Friday, which was the 4th. The Neopets mobile beta has arrived. Now you can explore the breathtaking land of Neopia from the palm of your hand. In a video posted to Twitter, Neopets brand manager Stephanie Lord thanks fans for the support over the past 20 years and encouraged fans to test the site. While this is an open beta,
dude.
we are in early stage of development and looking forward to your feedback and product moving forward. So, of course, Neopets, slowly fading over the past several years, has maintained a cult following, especially among young women who credit the site with helping them to learn to code. Which is very true, because you have to fucking learn HTML. If you want to do anything on your own page, you have to do it in HTML and learn how to put it in. So if you want glittery, sparkly text, you have to figure that shit out and input it and save it down.
I was cripplingly unaware of that fact. I thought Neopets
it was maybe one person.
I was on Neopets. I remember I did Neopets for about 2 minutes, and
well, yeah, there's the basics. You can play the games and have your pets.
I was just playing the games. I didn't realize. I don't even remember the profiles. I assume that's what you mean, pages. You have your own little
Yeah, your pages. Yeah. If you made a guild or whatever it was, or I forget. I think it was called guild. Which was.
To be fair, around the time we got into it was a bit later in its life because it already had brand sponsorships by the time we got into it. When we were young.
Maybe
because
not for you guys. I was 3 years old playing.
Oh, well, I was 6, so
back when I was solid. I was probably about 8, so
yeah,
it was the first online account I made. I know that.
Yeah, we used to go over to my neighbor's apartment because he had dial-up internet from CDs that he would get from work or something, and then we would have to boot his computer through a floppy drive.
Man.
So
you installed the internet,
basically. Okay, so the mobile beta isn't Neopets' first venture into mobile. It's Legends and Letters game, which is here described as a combination of Neopets lore, a puzzle game mechanic, and battles, launched last year. I have no idea. The game revived Neopets characters from the 2000s, but was met with mixed reviews. And yeah, so there'll be more follow-up later, basically. I'm going to try out this open beta. I'm not sure. From the looks of it, it is a mobile... Yeah, it's a mobile site, so it's not even an app. It's just a site that you can only... Oh, it looks like you can use it on computers as well. I don't know why they had to say mobile site and not just say a website. I guess it's optimized for, like,
because you have to use
tablets.
the mobile site even on desktop.
Yeah, I guess.
That'd
I
be
don't
awful.
fucking know. Anyway.
Neopets.mobile.com.
They're bringing. Basically, it looks like they're bringing back some bizarre Neopets thing.
Okay,
That's
what
some
I
cool
do
shit.
want, however, is a gritty Neopets reboot.
it's like
what?
Detective Pikachu, but
Like a dark, gritty Neopets reboot.
Oof. Oh, what? You mean like a movie?
No, just like a game. Can I have like Neopet Dark Souls?
It's just pit
It's
fighting.
like absolutely
It's just
fucking
animal fighting.
atrociously
Ferocious.
violent and difficult.
Although, speaking of Dark Souls and bringing Neopets back, Neopets isn't the only game that they might bring back. There's some rumors, and I'll pull up the article
Did you
now.
just not even ask Jean-Luc if he was finished his fucking section?
No,
yet?
I want. You know,
I'm sorry.
We can back and forth. This seems
Okay.
like it's moving.
Okay,
well.
It was just
there you
too
go,
much.
go.
It was too perfect of a segue because speaking of
Ruined it.
Dark Souls,
Oh, I did.
there's rumors that Bloodborne may get a remaster soon and be thrown onto PC and PS5.
Ooh.
So I've got the article here from Games Radar. It's not best to get too excited though, because it looks like that the source themselves doesn't have that big of a track record. But a recent round of rumors point to a Bloodborne remaster coming to PS5 and PC, though there is reason to be skeptical. Some tipsters on Twitter, at Nibelian and at Wario64, have recently made mention of the possibility. Both recently linked to a video by PC Gaming Inquisition, a relatively unknown YouTuber who claims to have early information about the Bloodborne remaster. It sounds like the above Twitch personalities are going off the YouTuber's word, as opposed to having their own independently verified sources, which is why it's safest that this is taken with a grain of salt. Then again, both of these people are reputable in previous leaks that they've announced. So there is some credence. Further rumors are backed up by a Twitch streamer and Twitter user Casey Explosion, who wrote on Twitter that a trusted source confirmed the remaster in return for a $100 charity donation. The details shared by Casey Explosion agree with everything PCGI said on YouTube. So it looks like that might be coming at some point.
So
On that note, the rumors allege a fairly straightforward Bloodborne remaster is going to be on PS5 and PC with just updated graphics, faster loading times, textures, character models, quality of life upgrades.
So I do have an inquiry. When did this article that you're reading come out? Is this recent?
This is specifically, I believe, just yesterday, 2 days ago.
I thought so. Okay, so this is interesting because I have been hearing about a Bloodborne PC release for like months now, but it was never confirmed. But there was a leak. I can't remember what the leak was, but I have a feeling it may have been Amazon France that fuck something up.
Because it always is.
It's always some sort of weird
Distributor from across the world.
No, it's always some like foreign Amazon location that leaks things.
Yeah.
And it's because they had, I think they put Bloodborne out for PS5. I think the Bloodborne PS5 is like a thing, and that is happening and is confirmed. But when Bloodborne got put on their store, they did a thing where they put it for PS5 and PC. I think that was it. The Amazon France may have leaked something else, and I'm confusing it. No, actually,
plus
that may have been Horizon Zero Dawn. That they were. I don't know.
because this is quoting that soon there will be another large PlayStation 5 announcement day with leading to a bunch of announcements, which is where it would be confirmed or not.
I'm mostly saying that I've been hearing about it for a while now, and that is good to hear it.
So I'd be excited. That'd be pretty fucking cool.
I mean, I can already play Bloodborne on my PC with PlayStation now, but I guess
Okay, right. I'm gonna take the ball of this conversation and throw it right back to Jean-Luc.
Wunderbar. Last game I want to talk about is Pokemon Sword and Shield. Very quickly, their first expansion arrives on June 17th.
Pokemon games have expansions now.
Yep, the first. Well, this is like the first game that came. This is like the first Pokemon game that came out on the Switch, which has like really good, obviously online. Not really good. Nintendo Online sucks, but the actual online capability, and you can download more shit onto it because there's more space, etc.
I was completely unaware that Sword and Shield was for the Switch. I thought it was for one of the DSs.
Nope, it's
the new one. It's the one where
I thought the only Switch
like,
Pokemon game was Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, which I played 20 minutes of and hated. And it's crushed my soul that it was.
This
that
is
it had the
better.
Pokemon Go catching system. Anyway, sorry.
Yes. It's way better. It's not just some cheap Pokemon game that they decided to throw into it. And then also they did the remake of the Mystery Dungeon, the first original Mystery Dungeon on Switch as well. Pokemon. Anyway,
although Garrett, do you know what those? Even though those games are powerful, you know what they don't have? All the Pokemon, and you can't bring in old Pokemon.
Yeah, it's kind of a problem. Basically, you just get the. I mean, so that's what they're doing with the expansions. Actually, is that they are bringing in, adding new characters, Pokemon, and areas to explore. So it's not. I don't think, from the sounds of it, and from what I remember reading from other articles and leaks, it's like, I believe it's going to be they're bringing in more of the old Pokemon that you couldn't get before, as well as bringing in new Pokemon, because they didn't actually have all of the Pokemon sprites, brought into this 3D world. Like, there's so many of them that you, I have to give Nintendo that.
It's bullshit, because they actually were reusing old textures. They were already using some of the stuff from even as far back as X and Y, and using certain textures. And then their argument for, we couldn't fit in some of the textures from older Pokemon was that they're like, well, just the Gigantamax textures just took so much power. Why'd you put that in, though? Why didn't you just not put that in and just put in all the Pokemon?
I want big Pokemon.
I don't need to be looking up Gardevoir's skirt, okay? I'd rather just have all the Pokemon. Who's to say? There's a trade-off.
The upcoming expansion.
I hated that.
Nothing will ever beat Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
You hentai lovers, is called the Isle of Armor. It'll be available June 17th. And then the next one after that's called the Crown Tundra. Both of these were announced back in January. So, in the Isle of Armor, players will get 2 Gigantamax evolutions. We'll also get Gigantamax evolutions for their starter Pokemon's final evolutions. Whoa, great! Original starters, Venusaur rather, and Blastoise. Sorry, it looks different when it's spelled out. I always say Venusaur, but
I'm your Venus.
Venusaur and Blastoise are finally getting their Gigantamax forms to join Charizard, their peers, and sort of shit. So yeah, it's just even those basics. They didn't even have Bulbasaur and shit in the original.
They didn't have Pokemon number 1.
I have a question. Game. If you're finished, is the article finished?
Yeah, that was basic.
Spoke. Is it? Do we know if it's a paid expansion?
Oh yeah. These won't cost as much, I don't think, as a new game, but they're still $29.99.
So what you're saying is, you can get Pikachu, but you gotta pay for him.
So what you're saying is,
the fuck was that a reference to something?
No, I'm saying that Nintendo's like, oh, you wanted the old Pokemon? Well, you can have them, but you gotta pay money for them.
Yeah, Nintendo's been doing some scummy shit. Hey, we're not gonna add all the Pokemon from Pokemon into this, and if you want Pokemon, well then you'll just have to pay us. I know you've spent so many times IV and EV training old Pokemon, for championships and shit, but guess what, boyo, you gotta give us money for that shit. You gotta give us that. Oh, what's that? You wanted to transfer your epic team into this new thing? No. Just like the real England, this shit's on lockdown. You can't get in with your Pokemon, okay?
Is Sword and Shield based off England?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
What's the region called?
The main character, if you pick the girl, she
Galar.
looks Scottish as fuck. She looks like she's gonna.
I have seen that. Yeah.
Dublin. She's gonna stab you. She's like, "Oi, mate, you want to fuck a Pokemon
That
pal?"
was the worst fucking. That started Australian and then went to
No, I just want
English as fuck.
Anyway, I want to just confirm that it's $37.79, but it's for both of them. You do get both.
Okay, that's
when you pay for it. So the first one's being released this June, and then the Crown Tundra is after. I don't know.
That's a pretty saucy price.
Well, it's 2 expansions.
2 expansions.
That's 2
It's not as bad. That's not as bad as he originally said. Jean-Luc was like, "Oh, they're both 30."
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, it's $30 for both in the U.S. That's
Okay.
where I was seeing the pricing. So.
Okay, so it's 30 US. That means it's gonna be about probably marked up to 50.
That's
No,
probably
it's
about
30
like $80 here.
bestbuy.ca/en. Or CA product Pokemon Sword and Shield expansion pass digital download /1443037 and it says it's $37.79
For both?
Alright.
Okay.
Yes, for both.
I'm surprised.
For
Because
I
our
still
money means
think they
nothing in the global economy.
yes.
Yeah, I still think they should just be free, considering that it's
We paid
or at least
$80
do you have to, if the island is paid for, but do you still get the ability to then get the old Pokemon into your game even if you don't buy it?
No,
If it's
I
No,
don't.
I think the DLC. No, I don't think they're getting that update. I think you have to buy the
Because you need
DLC.
to be able to, because it'll patch it into your game if you buy the DLC. Like, they'd have to half patch some of the game that you need to buy.
No, really,
into
if they think of this is gonna be a weird comparison, but like Forza Horizon, like when they add a DLC,
I don't
those
fucking
cars
play
are
Forza
added
Horizon.
to the game. Look, either way, the cars from the DLC are added to the game as part of the update. Because if you're facing someone online, your game has to be updated to be able to see the new Pokemon anyways.
Oh yeah,
So-
that's interesting. I
So
wonder.
if you can then at that point transfer your old Pokemon through like the Pokemon Bank and all that stupid shit that you have to do now.
I think
then-
what they'll do, maybe it'll be patched where you could see them, but you won't be able to catch them. Like I don't think you'll be able to have them.
I forgot that Pokemon had an online feature and you could like fight people because
Yeah, you
I
can join
literally
people-
I haven't played a Pokemon game since Black and White 1. What came out after Black and White?
Black and White 2.
No, there was one in
Yeah,
between.
yeah, actually,
What's that?
There's
got a point there.
X and Y,
it was,
and then
it was
Sun
Black
Moon.
and White, then Black and White 2.
Okay,
then X and Y, then
last
Sun and
Pokemon
Moon.
game I own, latest Pokemon game I own is Black and White. I don't play any other ones
Yes.
because I don't have a 3DS. So yeah, that's
get one of
a
those.
tragedy in like 5 words.
Do you want to borrow my 3DS?
No, I don't want to bore you.
I have
It's
I have a
got-
couple here.
It's
because
got Link
Alex.
on it.
It's
It's got the Triforce. It's gold.
Probably smells like fucking weed.
You wow.
It's got it's got weedlets ingrained in the
Oh,
D-pad.
I hate you.
It's like Cheeto
It's like-
dust, but it's like in
you-
the it's like weed particles.
In the fucking
Weed
cartridge
dust.
slot, there's just fucking ground up bud in there. Dude, you go to pull out the stylus and it's a fucking vape.
Oh, that'd be. Oh, I think we were gonna say a joint and be like, that'd be the worst rolled joint in the world. Can you imagine how thin that would have to be?
It's a skinny fucking joint. That's a weak joint. That's
Okay.
funny though.
Power
Alright.
level
We're,
weak.
I'm gonna continue on our gaming segment. It's just not a game this time.
I don't like how close you got really close to the mic when you said gaming. You're like, I'm gonna continue
Game-
our
gamers.
gaming segment. Welcome to EB Games. Alright, the EB Games
EBGAYM.
gaming segment. Should we get
Yes.
sponsored by EB Games to become their official podcast?
No,
EB
because they
Games
give
can't
free games, they
afford
give
their
us
own
all
stores. They can't afford to be sponsoring jack shit.
Yeah, they got nothing going on.
They need that $25.
$21. How much? What are you on about? Do you know how
$25
sponsors work?
I'm sure that if for our like 3 listeners out there, that they would give us $25 as a sponsor at this point for our.
I don't think you get a
audience.
flat rate as a sponsor. Do you?
No, what they would.
I guess
what
you
they
do.
would
Yeah.
do,
No, you do.
if it
Actually, I
was-
take that back.
If it was an online
Depends on the
it would just be
advertisement
like,
type.
hey, use code fucking.
Yeah, if we
Smart
had an
Boys
affiliate code, then it would be based
For-
on
for
sales.
Yeah, I know.
10%
Yeah, sorry,
off
I don't.
Pokemon.
I forgot sponsors. What if they were just like, hey, we're gonna sponsor you. We're not giving you an affiliate code. Can you just like try to get people to physically walk into our stores?
A brick and mortar sponsorship. That'd be awesome.
Hi guys, today's podcast is
Dude,
brought to you by
come-
EB Games.
come
Today
on.
we're sitting in their back room.
EB Games gives us a studio in their fucking. Like,
One of these stores.
No, we're not in the back. We're literally just in the middle of an EV game, just like kids walking around.
where they used to
Shit.
put like the game consoles that you could play. They have
Oh
options
fuck!
said.
Yeah, that's just who are those fucking losers sitting in a fucking corner over there?
No, but we're like surrounded in a booth. Like we have to have crisp audio, so we're just in like a plexiglass booth.
That's it.
We just look around and people are staring at us like
Glass
fucking
blocks
knock
and
on the
Kids
glass.
are punching it. Some kid just starts.
We're like
punching
people
shit.
knock on the glass and we're like, oh man, we have a listener question.
I've got a question from the audience. Q&A.
We have like a slot that we can pull down for people to with like netting on it, so people could talk to us.
Okay.
Brilliant.
We're done with that line of thought. Sega is making Game Gear Micro
Oh, I
saw that
I
shit.
did see that. Yeah.
So Sega is celebrating its 60th anniversary this year with another retro console, and it looks like it's its tiniest yet. The Game Gear Micro is a revival of Sega's 8-bit handheld system that tried and failed to overcome Nintendo's Game Boy.
Failed's a bit of that's a light word for what happened to the Game Gear.
Got shifted.
Because I can tell you that did it even come to North America? I thought. When did it?
No, the Game Gear was here.
Was it here?
Here's-
I don't remember it ever being sold anywhere.
But keep reading the details on it because it's gonna fail here again after the what specs they're putting out.
Are you looking? Are you backseat podcasting? Can you calm down?
No, I read this article and I was gonna avoid it because it was too funny to me.
Yes, more news is set to drop out later today via Japanese gaming news outlet Famitsu. I can't. I'm sure that I'm supposed to pronounce something differently there. But anyway.
Dude, you're saying like Italian. Famitsu!
Famitsu!
Hey, welcome to Scatamo. Fanitsu.
Famitsu pasta. Hey, are you Famioli? We're Famioli if you come on down to Greg's Italiano, down at the corner of 5th and 6th.
The promo shots show that the system will unsurprisingly run at least one of the good games.
Now you've turned into Transylvania.
That was like a weird Transylvanian Russian. Anyway, we're gonna continue. Okay, anyway, so they revealed that the system will come in 4 colors: black, blue, yellow, and red. Released in Japan on October 6th of this year for about $50 US. And yeah, I didn't get the spec. Apparently, it doesn't have the fucking spec, so now I need to.
So let me tell you, how many games do you think are on there? Like
half.
Nintendo,
Half of one.
They got like 4 games on there.
So I want to talk about So I saw this article. Did you get this article from The Verge? So I saw this article. I think it was The Verge that I saw it on, or it was Games Radar. It was one of those. Fucking the picture for the article was just a dude's hand, like a hand model, and then just the Game Gear. But they took a JPEG of the Game Gear and shrunk it down, so it was just like the size of a. Like, you could see all of the dude's palm around it. Mm-hmm. It was like it was just like the size of a little marble in his palm.
Yeah.
Fucking stupidest picture I've ever seen in my life. Like, I would make that as a joke.
Yes.
I think I may make that the thumbnail for this episode.
If it was the 90s, you know they'd be like, I guess Nintendo's overcompensating for something. 16-bit. Come and get it.
Game Gear. Remaking the Sega Game Gear is, in itself, a great idea. This is for CBR, which is not right. Many have fond memories of playing Sega's first handheld console during the early 90s. You know what? I don't actually have any idea of playing the Game Gear, but I do remember the McDonald's Sonic games.
Oh, yeah.
This is the second episode that we brought up these fucking games.
Yes, because that's the only fucking handheld I ever played with a fucking Sonic or Sega game.
That's the only handheld I ever played, and I was like, Jesus Christ. Just sitting fucking like you're 13 years old, sitting in your fucking like 8th grade math class, and you're like everyone's playing, like this kid's playing on his, like you're on a school field trip in the bus, and like people are playing Mario Kart against each other, and then you're like, hey, do you want to join? And you're like, I and then you pull, they're like, why? And then you pull out like fucking
Sonic
game. Grinding game from the water bottle holster in your backpack.
Anyway, my favorite handheld when I was a kid was we had these like, do you remember Digimon? Like they actually had things that
I know exactly what you're talking about.
They had like the actual like
the Digivices, and they were like
Digivices. Yeah, but like they were big. They were the size
huge.
of my hand.
I had the green one from and he was the one from Digimon Adventure. The fucking rabbit piece of shit.
Oh yeah, I had the fucking red one with the little.
What the fuck was his name?
Charmander looking thing.
Oh god, I'm gonna research that. That's. I literally can only remember one of the main Digimon. Do you remember who I remember? Do you know who I remember?
Angel?
No.
Guess who I remember? Who's the most popular from Digimon Adventure?
Oh, well, are you gonna say Renamon?
Yes. With the hips.
Fuck.
Look, if Gardevoir can get it, Renamon can definitely get
let's
it.
Let's not bring up Renamon. The internet will fucking know that.
Continue while I.
Okay. One of the biggest, most obvious complaints about Game Gear Micro is its incredibly small design. The system is minuscule with a screen that's 1.15 inches in diameter. Diagonal. This
I'm fucking sorry. What did you just say to me?
It's
1.15. It's the size of your dick when it's hard. Okay.
Holy shit!
It's Gargamon, by the way, is the one I was.
Okay, as someone who works who works with
Terriermon.
like video and stuff, I can't work with a screen lower than like 5 inches.
Dude, my screen on my phone is like 6 inches right now. I can't fucking handle anything else.
Like I wouldn't even be able to play a Sega game on my phone and be like, yeah, this is big enough for me. You're gonna tell me I only have an inch to work with?
Do you know what I play on my phone?
Buddy.
I've played Pokemon Emerald on my phone, and I said, yes, this is satisfying. That's it. I can't even play mobile games on my
Garrett,
phone.
wait. Was that a JPEG that the guy had, or was that just the size?
Dude, that's what I'm curious about that now.
Yeah. No, so this is what you're gonna love, and it's gonna be really helpful if you guys want to get this. The screen is so small that users might have issues seeing everything on screen. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna throw on there. Sega seems to be aware of this.
Is it
and
zoomed
is
in?
offering a larger attachable screen specifically for the system. Plus, the size will make it uncomfortable for those with larger hands. So
you're telling me that they're gonna release a portable games console with a 1-inch screen that, first of all, the 1-inch screen won't even show the whole game. It's cropped, and you have to separately buy a bigger screen.
You fucking.
So
you
Sega's
fucking,
also-
You go into the car. You go to the car on a road trip, and you're like, "Mom, can you break out the 1080p monitor that I carry around in my back pocket all the time so I can play my Sega Game Gear Mini?"
Sorry, let me pull up my
Micro.
my Blackmagic pocket recorder that I can HDMI plug in my Game Gear into.
So they're also facing backlash from this piece of shit. From separating the Game Gear Micro's games onto 4 different devices instead of including all of them on one. The 4
do you
color
mean, 4
variation of
different
the
There's
devices?
4 games.
So there's 4
games and 4 devices. So there's
Each color-
there's only fucking 16 games, and you have to buy all of them to have the games.
Yeah, the 4 color variation of the system each contain 4 games, meaning players who want them all will need to buy all of them. Again,
Wait,
$50 US each.
wait. I thought the Game Gear had like cartridges or something. The original Game Gear, did it,
It
not?
does.
It did.
Yeah, these ones are
It
just going to
did.
be downloaded on
These are literally the fucking. It's literally the McDonald's toys.
It's the McDonald's stores. It's it's so fucking stupidly small, and you can't even fucking play. Okay, oh my god, you have to. What are you doing? Like,
By
what
the way, I
fuck?
want to intercept. So first of all, I don't know if you heard me earlier. I was referring to Terriermon, was the Digimon that I said. This is up on my screen. And I just want to. This has nothing to do with what we're talking about. So I have the Digimon wiki up on my screen for Gargamon, which is his Digivolved form with like the cannon hands that he has, and like the fucking the rolled up jeans that he wears. And then, so his attacks. His 2 attacks are Gargo Pellets and Bunny Pummel.
Bunny Pummel.
I
Oh,
don't
that's
like
what
the-
they
I
do
like
to
the
each
word
other.
Bunny pummel.
That's what I'm sure. That's what a lot of people want to do to Renamon.
Didn't they like just release Digimon Adventure?
No, but now I want to watch Digimon Adventure again.
I'm sure.
Wait, was it called Digimon Adventure or was it called Digimon something else?
I don't know.
Digimon
The one where-
XD Adventure
No, what's-
2.0.
I know which one you're talking about. The dark one where they turn into the Digimon.
Yes.
Fuck Digimon.
The one where Digimon is a game, is a fictional property inside in
Digimon
that world. Anyways, continue.
Heroes?
Well, he searches that up. I just wanted to say that. This
That's
is stupid as shit.
That's all I have about it.
That's a lot. That's a
Thank
lot,
you.
and simultaneously not enough because it's only 1.5 inches of screen.
1.15.
Oh, even worse than I heard. Even worse than my expectation. You should have let me think it was 1.5 inches, and then I would have said, "Oh, that's acceptable," and then I would have went and bought one because I'm absolutely ecstatically hyped for the Game Gear, and then I would have gotten it. It would have been 1.15, and I would have said, "Oh, I wasted my money," and you would have been saying like, "Jokes on you."
Wait, you were wrong about Renamon. Renamon's from a different one, apparently.
No, what?
Yeah, from Digimon Tamers.
Wait, is Digimon Tamers the one I'm thinking of?
I don't know. They look all like children.
I
there.
think
It doesn't
Digimon
look-
Adventure is the sequel to the original Digimon. It is. So
That-
Digimon Tamers is the one me and you are talking about.
No, what's the one I'm talking about?
I don't know what the
where
one
they
you're talking
turn
about
into
is.
them. The dark one.
What dark? What do you? That's Digimon Tamers.
It's not.
What are
He
you?
was a guy and he turned into a beetle or whatever.
What are you fucking talking about then? Oh my god!
Wait,
hold
what's
on.
What's the stupid Digimon you're talking about?
Digimon Tamers is the one where Digimon is in is a fictional property in this world, but then it also exists.
Okay, well, what's the stupid one you're talking about? Gogumon, Grumplemon,
Terriermon, Digimon. What is Digimon Adventure then? Why are we going? I'm probably gonna cut this out.
Oh, Terriermon's the cute little man.
Oh, Digimon Adventure is the sequel to the original Digimon, where they're all a bit more grown up.
Okay, Terriermon is not who I'm thinking of. He's cute, and I like him, and he's adorable.
Are you talking about Digimon Fusion?
There's too many fucking Digimons, honestly.
It's like
By the way,
Yu-Gi-Oh! Or any other of those.
Digimon? No, there's only 6 Digimon series. There's Digimon Tamers, Digimon Fusion, Digimon Data Squad, which is the only one I haven't heard of. Digimon Frontier, Digimon Adventure, and then Digimon Adventure and the original Digimon, and then Digimon Adventure 2, which is the one that came out recently, if I recall, where they're like grown ass folk.
Wait, it might have been Frontier that I'm thinking of.
They're not.
Yeah, it's Frontier. It's Frontier. Frontier is the one where they turn into them.
Okay.
That's the one I remember for some reason.
Digimon also came out with like some movies that were sequels to Digimon, like the original Digimon cast, if I recall, right?
Maybe.
Anyways.
Okay, yeah.
There's a strange
Frontier. I'm looking at it right now. Looking straight at it with my eyes. This is exactly what I'm thinking of. It's like it was like a Power Ranger ripoff, but Digimon.
Next topic of conversation I have, still related to the gaming world, because apparently that's just the world now. The world is
because you're a gamist with a
I tried to kind of diversify my
I tried to find there's no new books coming out that are interesting. There's nothing. There's the world going on right now, which is absolutely
interesting.
Well, this is related just to the world as well, and then there'll be other things related to most recent events regarding Black Lives Matter and whatnot, but that's other shit.
That's a bit too political for this podcast, okay?
Yeah.
I'm kidding. That was a joke. I was being sarcastic. I was trying to be like, we need to keep politics out of everything, okay? If you say what skin color you are, you're getting a bit too political.
Okay.
You have a black person in your movie, that's too political.
What's that? There's a government in your movie? No, it's not happening.
A government. Oh my god. All right.
That's
Hunger
politics.
Games? Too political.
Talking about Paradox Interactive, and apparently they've recently signed a collective bargaining agreement with labor unions in Sweden, basically meaning that they're going union, which is pretty cool, and they're going to be doing that for their 200-ish employees. Essentially, there's been a huge thing in the U.S. And across the gaming industry to try to, I guess, improve the terrible working conditions of gaming development team and employees. Who'd have thunk that their world is full of lots of overtime and bullshit. Anyway, so that's
It's got more crunch than a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but without any milk.
Yes, so the Communication Workers of America, one of the largest unions in the U.S., launched a campaign to try to unionize the game development industry. There's still a long way to go before game developers ever reach the same level of unionization in the U.S. as television or film workers. I did not even know television or film workers were unionized.
Yeah.
Okay, I just thought it was a free-for-all. You got paid, whatever the fuck your contract said, and then you just got kicked out.
Are you talking about actors or the actual...
Oh, I guess I'm also talking about actors.
I mean, actors have...
both the actors have unions, and then also any technical, any bit of lighting, any bit of sound, all that is unionized.
Why do you think people
Yahtzee,
don't don't let a lot of actors do their own stunts because they don't want the unions are we don't want you to get hurt, and then we can't film the fucking movie and everyone's out of a job. That's just shit like that happens a lot. Yeah, you need a union, especially because you had people, you didn't have unions back in the 40s to the I want to say the 70s or the 80s, and then lo and behold you had fucking who am I thinking of? Stanley Kubrick? It's like one of those older directors. I sound like such an dumb fuck right now because I'm like one of those people that's like, oh man, I heard this really cool joke. And then you can't remember the punchline. You remember about 3 things about it, and you say it, and you're like, "I was funnier when I remembered it." I sound like such a dickhead right now, but
you sound like that all the time.
It's just a lot of directors just take advantage of you just fucking like that Twilight Zone episode where a bunch of people died because of the helicopter.
No, that was the movie.
It was a
And
movie. Sorry, the Twilight Zone.
Yeah,
movie.
and that was later. That was 80s or something.
Okay, but
There
something
was unions at the time.
something
That was
like
just an
that
accident.
would happen. Like you didn't have anything where the actors could be like could go to tell because the director was pushing them into uncomfortable territory, and then lo and behold, you get people like fucking mauled by lions or some inane shit.
Dying on
Yeah,
set,
my
curses.
deep understanding of the film industry and TV industry is
minimal. Isn't deep. It's not deep.
It's not deep.
Wrong adjective to use.
All right. Anyway, in regards to some degree of politicization and whatnot, but in an important world, Sony made a decision to follow in moves by EA and Google, and they're postponing their PS5 event to allow more important voices to be heard. This is, of course, in relation to the Black Lives Matters movement, and Sony's clearly referencing the response to the death of George Floyd in Minnesota and the resulting protests we've seen in the U.S. and around the world. So originally, as we mentioned before in our previous podcast, I think it was supposed to be June 4th. It's part of Summer Games Fest. Woo!
With Jeff Keighley.
Jeff Keighley.
What'd you call him?
Geoff Keighley.
Geoff Keighley.
Anyway, so they were supposed to showcase PS5 and other games and stuff like that on, or at least PS5 games. We don't know about the actual console yet, but they were supposed to do that on Thursday, but now it's been sort of delayed. I don't know. I don't think there's been a new date put out yet because of the ongoing world. But yeah, basically, lots of things are being shoved forward.
I saw one where it was the new Call of Duty. I think it was the announcement is being delayed. Announcement, or I can't remember what it was.
Well, there's some stuff being delayed, new content, but also at the beginning of every Call of Duty game, now that you're like when you play it online, whatever the newest one is called, Warzone,
Advanced Warfare
or something.
Well, Warzone is
that's
a game mode.
Battle Royale sort of.
Oh, sorry, I just fucking name came to mind. Anyway,
yeah,
they have a thing at the beginning of the Call of Duty games when you go online and stuff, and it's basically a message in regards to it's a black screen with white text, and basically similar.
Yeah, they also Activision and Blizzard specifically, they got DDoSed during that time.
Fun.
So then now they've made that as the same, because at first they weren't doing anything, and so what's it called? Yeah, their servers were down for a bit. Other companies like Rockstar did a 2-hour shutdown in Memorial.
I don't know why Rockstar did that. I honestly think
Rockstar should
have done something really interesting in the open world to commemorate that, and they didn't.
Or just like donate money and just do that instead of saying, "Oh, we're gonna shut our game down for 2 hours." Probably because we're actually hiding the fact that we just need to do maintenance. And we're not gonna do anything. And we're just say, "Hey," they linked a bunch of charities to send to, but like, buddy,
I just think
you made the most amount of money on a game of anyone ever and ever will be, and they all they did was, "Oh, we'll shut down the server for 2 hours."
I think the way that the GTA Open World works, I said that with no enunciation between words. They could have done something super interesting. I hate that I said super there. Could have done something, I don't know. Have a fucking
because the game itself is a parody of itself.
No, it is.
So
but I mean, you could have done some interesting event in there or something like that. I don't know. I feel like, I jokingly said that they could have for like a whole day they could have taken away the cops' ability to wield guns, but that would have been
in poor taste.
Been too tongue in cheek and in poor taste, which is why I said it jokingly. But I don't know. That was fucking. I'm pretty sure Rockstar just had some sort of server problem, and then they took advantage of it for good PR. So.
Oh, absolutely.
Which needed
server maintenance.
Good on whoever thought of that. I hope they get a promotion because it was a very, very smart idea.
But also very, very, very yikes, Rockstar. It's like, we're not gonna change anything in our games or keep giving us money. It's like what's the classic? During these hard times, us as a brand are in solidarity with you, and it's more important now than ever that you guys should buy our products.
Lip service.
Hey, brand here. I totally care about these things. Just like who is it? I think Bethesda there was a picture going around which everyone's memeing on where Bethesda changed all of its accounts to be a rainbow version of the normal logo, and you see Bethesda Middle East sitting there with the normal logo because they ain't changing it. It's like, yeah, you really care, Bethesda.
I did see John Boyega going ham at a protest, which was cool.
Yeah,
Connects a bit because Johnny Boy is a bit of a, he's in Star Wars and whatnot, but I thought it was pretty cool. And then I also saw the Star Wars Twitter account tweeted and thought, oh yeah, because John Boyega said, I may hurt my career with this, but like he was just like, this is fucking dumb. Like he didn't do the normal celebrity thing of, oh, like we should all just stand together in this time. John Boyega was like, oh, this is fucking dumb. Like,
I'm going. What is this shit? I'm doing this.
Yeah, and then like he was up on a car. He had a fucking megaphone. And then the Star Wars Twitter account said, "Oh, we stand in solidarity with John Boyega." And then due to the replies for that tweet, they were like, everyone just was tweeting the Chinese version of the Last Jedi poster at them and the Force Awakens poster where John Boyega was conveniently cut out of it.
Fuck.
Yeah. Or you had, and the same thing of all the different companies owned by Tencent going like, man, it's crazy, you guys, like, man, the United States is real bad, and then it's like, yeah, I know we're owned by a company that straight up like has concentration camps, like a country that does horrible things. They'll
probably
be bad for you guys.
They'll probably be the villain in the next Cyberpunk game after this one releases.
Absolutely.
I'm talking about Tencent, not all of China, by the way.
Not all of China.
The entirety of China is going to be the villain in the next Cyberpunk game. I'm sure that will sell really well. I'm sure the PR team will absolutely allow that.
Oof. Yeah, CD Projekt Red doesn't have enough trouble with PR sometimes.
Hey.
Okay. Do we have any more news? Is Mr. Yawn?
I got news.
Mr. Yawn. Are you Mr. Yawn?
I got news that doesn't make.
We got Yanni Boy and we got Eon.
No, we got it. We've also got En. Like that time that a coworker of mine just fucking edited a thing that said, "Hey, it's me, your boy HP, back with the fish people." Except he changed it to En. And I don't know. So now I'm just like En with the fish people. I don't know why that was sent to me. It was in the middle of a work day.
It was like when you sent our prom photos and then it was just zoomed in on me and then you captioned it Jared Leto. And I have yet to understand what you meant by that.
I fucking don't remember that. It's the worst part. But anyways, I had mentioned previously in a podcast that I was using the Xbox Beta app on PC, which is now the PC support for the Xbox Play Anywhere and the Xbox Game Pass. There's been a new update to that, which is the Xbox Beta app has started to roll out mod support. As the popularity of the Game Pass on PC has grown, the shortcomings of the Xbox launcher have been clear. While the app itself is generally quite functional, some key features of PC gaming are lacking, like mods. Games that would be easily modded on platforms like Steam or GOG aren't immediately supported on Microsoft's app, but that won't be true for long. The latest update for the Xbox app adds a new feature allowing users to enable a game for mods. On the game's page, you can select Enable Mods, then accept a warning which will open up a link to the game's file structure so you can insert your mods of choice. It's a bit bare bones compared to Steam's workshop, so you have to go find your own mods out on the web. It's good news for those playing games like Paradox Interactive's City Skylines through Game Pass, as it has a shit ton of mods and can be improved well. Also, games like Breach and Phantasy Star Online, Fantasy with a PH, that's hilarious. Yeah, so they're going to be developing some more mod support into many of their games. So they're really trying to catch up. They're trying to, I guess, do what other companies like Epic did. It's like, we're going to make our own store. While they've already had the Microsoft store, they probably want to... for a while, they've already had control of servers for crossplay. Now they need to update the rest of their services to match other competitors, since they're getting into that. Due to the crossplay market becoming big, they need to be able to put up against Steam and other large... gaming companies too.
So I want to, before we discuss any of this, I'm going to say that I can absolutely tell you never play PC games because you pronounced GOG, G-O-G.
I don't
Literally no one that knows what GOG is would pronounce it, would spell it out. It was the funniest thing. I think we know I'm
an Xbox person.
I thought it was spelled out.
No, everyone that talks about it says GOG.
Yeah, but how did you pronounce
Because it's less syllables.
Waluigi last time we talked? Didn't you try telling me for a year that it was Waluigi?
No, that was when Jean-Luc was like 10. I remember having that.
It wasn't
argument with him back
Waluigi.
when
It
we
was
were-
That was in
It
high
was
school.
Wa-
That was in high school. I was at the library, and he said, "It's Waluigi," and I said,
No, that's not what he called
What's
it.
wrong with you?
I said Waluigi. I used to put a Wa in front of Waluigi because like that was
Waluigi.
Waluigi because he always went Waluigi, and I was like, oh, that's his name.
That's not what he does. That's not how he goes. Wow, Luigi.
Oh, I thought it was that Waluigi. Fuck.
Fucking you Wawa. You better go to the local Wawa and
can I
splash
name
some
that?
coffee
I
in
know
your
this
face
has
to
nothing
wake
to do with
up.
anything we talk about. Can I name this episode Waluigi?
Yeah, please.
Yes.
No, I'm not. I already have a name. I have a name lined up.
What's the name?
I'm telling you.
What is it? Aw.
'Cause then they're gonna know when they watch it.
What do you mean they're gonna know because they clicked on it?
That's a joke. I don't want to spoil it.
You bitch.
What if their friend's showing it to them, like, and they don't? They have the aux cord in the car.
God, I hope you try to fucking ride a horse like in Skyrim and just fall down a cliff.
If it's like it's Skyrim,
I'm gonna plug the aux
fall
cord
down the
right in
cliff.
your just right in your cerebral fucking cortex and just see what comes out.
Okay.
Anyways, back on positive notes. What's everyone playing right now?
I actually I want to have a small discussion because I'm playing. I went back and started playing Assassin's Creed Unity again. So Unity's fixed now. By the way, it's pretty. There's still some bugs. I fell through a fucking building and died today.
Oh god.
But I think I hit the corner at like terminal velocity, hit it at like the right angle, and Arno was like, whoop. And then
Wait, this game is what, 2014?
Yes, that sounds about right. And then so Unity, for context, was the first next-gen Assassin's Creed game. And I'm gonna be completely honest. If they released this game right now, I would think, yes, this is a 2020 game. The graphics in this game are fucking insane. They're absolutely amazing.
And I'm guessing that's after patches to deal with texture.
Yeah, no, that like all those texture problems and whatnot are basically dealt with. But like this game looks fucking amazing still, and it's 6 years later. It just feels so good. Not that I don't like the direction they're taking. Like I really like Odyssey. Odyssey was one of my favorite games of 2018. But it just feels so good to play like a definitive feeling next gen, a classic Assassin's Creed experience where they have the older parkour system and you can't just like climb any surface.
And it's not an RPG.
Like, yeah, it just feels good to have the social stealth in there. Like, it's a really good game, and I like the story so far. I'm not too far into it. I'm about 4 hours into it because I had to restart. But I like the story. I think it's intriguing. I like Arno as a character. I think he's very fun. He's quite Ezio-like, but he's a bit different. He's very just kind of like swashbuckling in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's very
fun.
like Johnny Depp almost. It's very interesting. But I also wanted to say that I wanted to like in general talk about Assassin's Creed as well, where you have all these people that are especially when Unity came out and like Syndicate was coming out, that time period, the 2014 to I want to say like 2018 before Origins came out. People were shitting on Assassin's Creed constantly, and they were like, "Oh man, Assassin's Creed, just one of those yearly series that are pumped out." I've played most of the Assassin's Creed games now that I missed after 2014, and I don't fucking agree that this series has declined that much in quality.
No, it just was different, and people were
I feel like Assassin's Creed all the way through is a solid series.
yes.
Yeah, even the games like Unity, its problem was that it was broken.
Yeah, no, that was its only problem. Was
Black
that
Flag-
it was cripplingly broken at launch.
Yeah, Black Flag just didn't feel like an Assassin's Creed game for a lot of
But
people, even though
Black Flag was
at the time it was considered the best.
Black Flag is also a really
the
good
best
game,
game. Yeah, but it's a pirate game.
But Black Flag also was crippled a bit by having to come out on the last gen hardware because Black Flag was right before Unity, if I recall.
Yeah, you're right.
It kind of looks like, don't get me wrong, Black Flag aesthetically, like design wise, aside from the fidelity of the game, looks really fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's just views you get. I don't think I've played a game that has that aesthetic that it does.
I'm just sad now.
It's
Pirates.
I'm just sad now playing it because it's gotten to the point. You know, when you play games sort of from that time frame now on like a newer computer, it actually doesn't work as well just because of the optimization.
Yeah.
So it's getting to that point where like it's just jittery because of the graphics optimization.
But the Syndicate's the only one I haven't played, and even then, I have heard good things about Syndicate. Like Syndicate is, I haven't heard and I haven't really heard any bad things about Syndicate, except that people didn't play it because it came out after Unity, and they were lost faith in Ubisoft after the debacle that was Unity's launch.
Yeah, with me, I never played any of the old.
Oh,
ones. The first one I played was Odyssey because I like RPGs, and someone's like, this is just pretty much an RPG history meme, and then I'm like, yeah, that's what I want from an Assassin's Creed game. I don't want this modern like conspiracy.
That's what I want from Assassin's Creed. None of the Assassins.
Any of Assassin's Creed. I'm playing Unity, and I'm like, I love it. Paris in the late 1700s. I fucking love the time period. And then I'm running through, and then so. They keep bringing me back into the fucking Unity has the weirdest fucking modern day story, where you're talking to what the fuck is her name? Rebecca?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're talking to like the hacker they have, Rebecca, through a fucking webcam, and it's just like a first person view through a webcam. She just talks at you. You don't have a character, and then. So Unity, as you both know, because Unity was announced that you could go into like the World War II, the glitches that you could go into. And so I'm playing this game. The first proper assassination mission, you have to go into Notre Dame Cathedral and assassinate this dude. Fucking great mission, because you can just go in and drop onto him from the fucking rafters and assassinate him in front of everyone. But there's certain side objectives you can do that get you a special kill, and that's how Unity's assassinations work. But fucking, I had the time of my life playing that. I'm fucking in and out stealthily. I've restarted it a few times because I wanted to do it completely stealthed. I fucking come out, and it goes into like this slow-mo, and Rebecca starts fucking talking to me over the game, and she's like, uh-oh, I think Abstergo is onto us. And then like I have to go through one of the fucking glitches, and I'm in like this weird like Matrix simulation shit. Going into a late 1800s Paris, and like I'm running through, and I'm like, I literally just want to play Arno's story. I could fucking care less about this. Like, stop interrupting. They literally snatched me from. I finished the mission. It got mission complete, and then they snatched me from the open world, and were like, you gotta go. The Abstergo's looking for you. I'm like, I don't fucking care.
It's like in Halo 3 whenever Gravemind or Cortana talks to you and it starts shouting in your head and you go, stop, I want to keep moving.
I know, I'm like, dude, I don't fucking care. Like, if I don't understand, Desmond's, don't get me wrong, people didn't like Desmond. Desmond was a very hated video game character in his time. Mm-hmm. But he had a story, and like people kind of got to know him over the 5 games that he was in. Yeah, he was in 5.
To love him.
He was the modern day character in 5 games. So we had a character kind of, and he was directly related to Ezio and Altair, and less so Connor, because he even looked like his character model was literally just Ezio's character model, with a different haircut, no beard, and different clothes. And then, after that, people were like, just don't put the modern day in. Fucking Black Flag comes out. You're this weird Abstergo intern walking around with your iPad, and then
you're kind of forced into hacking your work.
They do it at the worst times in Black Flag too. I think the first time you do it is after you get the title splash, right?
Uh-huh.
And then you're because what happens in the title splash? I think it's after you finally get your assassin's clothes and you finish the longest fucking tutorial in the world that Black Flag has.
Yep.
Where they're still teaching you mechanics 2.5 hours in, and then you're like, finally, I'm in the open world. I can sail around on my ship. I think you get the ship maybe or something like that.
You get on the ship and then you go through you do the tutorial on how to drive it, and
then you're like, I'm in the open world. I'm in the Caribbean. And then fucking, you just get launched out into this office, into this mook's fucking brain. And you're like, what the fuck, dude? I don't know how Ubisoft hasn't gotten that we don't want the modern day in. It's been how many games since 3? We've had Black Flag, Unity, Syndicate, Rogue came out, Origins, and it's 7 games since Desmond's story ended. How have you not fucking understood that no one wants the modern day? It's madness to me.
It's Sparta.
It's like Odyssey. I fucking hated the modern day in Odyssey.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't give a shit about
that was very random, and being pulled from, because the last game I had played from that was Black Flag, so I went from Black Flag. I sort of played Origins, but I played
it Origins didn't grab me the same way that Odyssey did.
Yeah, no, it didn't. It introduced me.
It's objectively a good game, but I just don't care about it.
Yeah, Odyssey was just more interesting because Greek mythos. Anyway.
They definitely changed things up and got things right for it, but then perfected that.
And Odyssey, our Origins also it has a good story.
Mm-hmm.
You were saying something. Sorry, by the way, we interrupted slightly, John.
Oh.
You were pulled out. You're comparing Black Flag to being pulled out in the modern day.
Oh yeah, because you start you're just sitting there with this random doctor neurologist lady, and he's like, "We can't make it so you fucking start seeing shit in the real world because we know that's a problem." And it's so heavily focused on that issue, but it doesn't explain sure, you got to be worried about it, but fuck off. And then you're just this random person. And
Jean-Luc, have you played the DLC for Odyssey?
Only the one where you're forced to have a child, but
oh my god, the Atlantis DLC. Ian, you've played the Atlantis DLC.
Well,
right?
the last time that I was you play IRL person. You're underneath. You're in the Atlantis.
No. But the Atlantis DLC. Have you played that yet?
No. Oh yeah.
I have not,
dude. The fucking modern day segments in the DLC are the worst. I could fucking care less. I was super interested in them when. It's gonna be a bit of a spoiler, but I guess fuck it, whatever. It's fucking came out a year ago. Fuck you. If you haven't played it, then you don't give a shit.
2 years ago.
No, the Atlantis DLC. I think what I'm talking about came out. Oh, maybe not. No, I'm talking about the part where it's the part where Layla talks to Cassandra in the modern day.
That is in.
Is that the base game?
That's in the base.
Yeah.
game.
Okay, so that came out 2 years ago. Fuck you. That I was like, whoa, what the fuck, dude? I was like, what? Remember we went on our late night jaunt to McDonald's, and we were McDonald's, and then we were theorizing about it, and then they just fucked it.
And then she got insane, killed the person, said maybe I went insane, and then it ended there.
So people are theorizing that Layla's gonna be the villain in the next one, which would be interesting for the modern day.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, and that's my little. Anyways, I'm playing Unity. I think honestly, Unity is my favorite Assassin's Creed game. I don't want to talk about Control because that game I still haven't passed that part in Control, by the way.
Oh my lord.
I'm on Reddit trying to get tips and tricks about it. Fucking people are like, no, this is the part that made me give up on this game. I just stopped playing this game. I refuse to. I need to know how this game ends. I can't explain to you what's so difficult about it because it's just so. You would need to explain the intricacies of the mechanics and whatnot. It would just take too long.
You'd have to tell us every variable to take into effect.
Oh, it's fucking the worst. Because basically, the worst part is they overload you with enemies. And I had a sniper hit me in that game, and they took 70% of my health, 75% of my health from max health.
Yikes.
And it's just, you get overloaded with enemies. And they have the same ability where they can launch shit at you, some of them. And so they'll throw the mooks in with you as well as the tougher guys. You just get fucking whoo, buddy.
You just get swarmed.
You get swarmed, yeah. It's fucking insane. Anyways, that's me. That's what's going on in my life. Check out my life journal for more updates.
Too much GTA.
We have been playing too much GTA.
Back. But it's fun.
Well, we did the heist, so good stuff.
But it is fun, yeah. I am actually quite enjoying GTA Online.
It's, again, like I said, it's not... I enjoy GTA, even though I have a massive criticism about Rockstar as a company. I enjoy that it gives you the tools to just do stupid shit with your friends.
I also think GTA Online is significantly better when you're joined in with a friend that's already that already knows it.
Yes, specifically that, and that's what we did. Like through all my time playing GTA since 2013, I was always the one who just had more time, and with my Xbox friends, I got the properties, which with the company stuff, then we all just like work together with that. I could bring out the assets and we can use them, and that helps, especially with me knowing what shit in the game is pretty much just a scam at this point, and which shit in the game is actually important to get. There's still some new stuff that I haven't done much. I haven't done the casino stuff really.
We're building up to the casino
stuff once. Yeah, we're getting ready now. I'm starting to do some.
We've got the arcades at least. We're like prepared that way. Yeah.
Well, I'm just trying to unlock certain weaponized stuff. Like I'm trying to get some unlocks for vehicles. That was the big thing, is being back at level 1 because they won't allow transfer for Xbox characters. I just need to unlock everything again. And one thing is, I still like how they're like, oh, we can't have any Xbox transfers because of the amount of modded accounts with money in them. So you care more about somebody having a couple too many dollars, but every game I go in, there's a modder fucking just blowing everybody up using God mode and teleporting across the map and stealing people's shit. That's fine.
Speaking of Rockstar and the social club, I need to air some grievances that I have.
Social club is stupid.
So, lo and behold, I forget that Rockstar made a Max Payne 3. So I download Max Payne 3. I'm like, I just want to play Max Payne 3. I want to play where I can dive over a fucking office desk in slow motion and shoot a man in the head. And then I do so. Launch Max Payne 3. It says press enter to start. I do. Lo and behold, it launches the social club, asks me to log in, and it says last profile logged in is Mr. Party Cheese, which is not the one I have now. It's the one that I do not know how to access. So fucking tried all of my emails because I really wanted to play this. I sit at my computer for an hour plugging in like the 5 Gmail accounts that I have. None of them return a verification code except for my main account, which is attached to the one I'm playing GTA Online with right now. So who the fuck knows how I created this social club account or how to get it back? I honestly don't know how. Like, I don't know what happened
I think you'll have
to the social club account.
You'll have to just get in contact with Rockstar's customers.
I need to, but I don't fucking want to talk to Rockstar. I don't want to put a ticket in. I hate talking to Rockstar support.
They take like 96 hours to get back to you. So
you know what? As long as they get fucking back to you.
They barely do. They ain't coming, okay?
Anyway,
they're gonna pick up the phone and be like, hi, bye, get out of here.
Here's your hat. What's your hurry?
I make fucking minimum wage in this third world country. I don't fucking need to be.
No, you call and it's the fucking mechanic from GTA. I'm Johnny on the spot. What you need?
I'm good.
Jean-Luc, what have you been playing?
GTA, and then I've been playing this game called Life, where
is that like the human evolution simulator?
Dude, I remember playing Life with Garrett back in the day, like when we get out of a cereal box, the game of Life.
The CD-ROM version.
Yeah. Where the characters are ugly as sin in it.
Oh, absolutely, and you have kids, and the kids are ugly as sin.
Is that the one you're talking about though? Life
Yes.
No, I'm fucking talking to Jean-Luc.
No, I'm playing. No, I'm saying that.
I'm saying the human evolution simulator that I said. Is that the one you're talking about?
I'm talking about IRL Life, like.
Oh, you've been playing Life. Okay, sorry.
I've been playing my life. I've been playing my life. I've been playing the life.
You said that so casually that I thought you were talking about a game.
Yeah, sorry, no.
I knew what he was talking about. I was just going with.
Okay, look. I guess jokes on me. Okay, I guess. Well, you guys actually completely took all the podcasts, and this has just been a joke to dunk on me this whole time.
Yep.
We haven't actually uploaded any of these. It's just to make me look like a fool.
It's all just a massive conspiracy.
I also
it's the Truman Show.
If we're gonna talk about stuff I have other media. So I watched this movie called it came out in 2014, 2015. I remember seeing the trailers and I wanted to see it called American Ultra with Mark Zuckerberg himself. I'm talking about Jesse Eisenberg, by the way, for Jean-Luc, who doesn't know. Jean-Luc doesn't know what I'm talking about, though.
That's true.
I don't know.
So, him and Kristen Stewart, and then so the premise is that he's He's like a fucking sleeper agent, but he's also he's living a life as a fucking loser minimum wage stoner who works at like a supermarket in the town. Is basically it's Peterborough. It's Peterborough is the town.
Great. Love it.
It's like the most like white trash fucking place ever.
Okay, it's Lindsay. Not.
You're right. It's Lindsay. Sorry. At Peterborough outskirts maybe.
Yeah. Sure.
Like yeah.
We'll go with
And
that.
there's more.
And then so. The action scenes are like shockingly well done for its premise, and then it's very funny. I'm quite amused by it, and also it has a decent dramatic core to it. With him and Kristen Stewart's relationship is quite well realized. It was highly recommend. Very good. Would like it. I'm also about to finish. Have 3 more episodes of Mr. Robot season 4. Everyone should watch that because it's genuinely one of the best series that has ever been created. Shut the fuck up, phone. Hey, guess what? Guess what notification I just got? What? Trending on r/Mr. Robot.
Nice.
My phone is listening to me. The Google
That's what we
DeepMind
call
learning
a
algorithm.
Call forward. That was a call forward.
Anyways, yeah, so watch Mr. Robot. Everyone watch Mr. Robot. If there's one person on this earth by the end of this year that hasn't watched Mr. Robot, I'll slaughter them with my bare hands. I'll grow my nails out and tear their jugular.
You'll fucking hire a robot to kill them.
It's very good. Rami Malek deserves... I will literally watch anything... I watched Bohemian Rhapsody because Rami Malek was in it.
I watched Need for Speed.
We also did watch that, but that movie is a joke in every way that it should be.
That movie is great when Rami Malek gets naked.
Anyways, that's my recommendations. I don't know if you guys have actually... I don't know if Ian has done anything. Jean-Luc sounds too busy to consume anything besides GTA Online. And Ian sounds like GTA Online has consumed him, so...
It happens.
I'm reading human resource textbooks. That's really...
I was also just going to say, yeah, what are we reading? I'm actually reading a web serial right now, so...
I'm reading nothing.
Reading a web serial, very good web serial. A sequel to a web serial called... this web series is called Ward, and it's a sequel to a web serial called Worm. Worm is very good. I would highly recommend it. It's about superheroes. I would recommend people read that as well. It's very long. It's the size of like 30 full-length books.
How do you find?
Because I read them at work.
Like, how do you find these things in the first place?
Someone recommended it to me on Reddit. It's actually quite a popular web serial.
Okay.
It's quite well known. It has a TV tropes page and everything.
Okay.
It's about superheroes. It's a very well done, like, sort of subversion of superhero genres and whatnot. It's very well detailed. You'd like it if you ever had time to read it.
I mean, I'm sure in the world I have more time to read. I just don't. It's not my first thing that comes to mind anymore, but I'm like, what do I want to do? I'm like, I'm going to go sit on my phone like a fucking Gen Z piece of shit. I'm just going to watch YouTube videos.
Also, yeah, that's fair. I mean, that's what
I've just been,
I do as well. So,
going outside and sitting on the balcony and sitting there eating chips, being able to get fresh air.
We're all not under the influence like you, okay?
He's under the influence of Rockstar.
Too much influence. They own me at this point.
Your soul.
I think we're good.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
I'm concluding the podcast. Tap tap.
This is it. He says it's done. We're out. I may be a bit of the sort of the editor and the
host and the uploader and everything.
Yeah, I'm and whatnot. But Jean-Luc is the mastermind behind it. He's actually I'm the face and he's the puppet master.
He's the brains.
And Ian's the even more puppet master because he hasn't even said anything.
I'm the punchline.
He's we're like a Russian nesting doll. I'm the outside. Jean-Luc's the second layer, and Ian's the actual.
The little baby boy inside.
Hated that.
Anyways, we will see you guys on our next episode of our where I will tell you about my failed CrossFit career, and I'll pick up these 2 barbells over my head. I had to loop it back around to the intro because, as George Lucas says, it's circular.
World's circular.
What?
It's like poetry. It rhymes. That's how the. Don't worry about it. You can look that.
With that great note, thank you all so much for listening. We'll see you next time.
Bye, Rudy. We love you.